Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty-gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, I'm very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. People who just can't think outside the box. This is not for you. Listeners' discretion is advised. And of course, it is hot outside. And of course, and it's hot inside, but it's raining outside. So I gotta open my windows up, okay? If you have any comments, questions, insults, or even Rose Fest, motherfuckers. Rose Fest too, motherfuckers. I like Rose Fest. I like when people make fun of me, so I can try to make fun of them, even though, I try to make fun of people who are highly attractive. So if I can make fun of people who are highly attractive, then you become a comedian. I'm your friend, the neighborhood Schizologist, and I got something to tell you guys. Listen to this. I just bought this in the mail, right? This is a labradorite, okay? Labradorite. Usually, the labradorite is an alien stone. To me, it is an alien stone. It's more like to help you with your thoughts. It protects you from psychic energies, and it's a pseudoscience. It's just a pretty stone, because if the sun hits it, it's a bluish, greenish color, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red. You can actually see it. As a matter of fact, I always carry stones and stuff. I'm into this little bit of pseudoscience myself. Okay, look, you see, this is a labradorite. This is waxed and shined on the outside. As you can see, it comes from Madagascar. Okay, you see. Okay, I'm very much into the stones. I'm into my most powerful stones that I like to use is moldavite, which brings wealth, crystal quartz. Okay, purity. Lapis lazuli. This is another alien stone. It's more of a bluish. Okay, lapis lazuli, and that's what's on my wrist here. And also obsidian. Okay, obsidian. Okay, see, obsidian and tiger's eye. Now, I was raised up with the tiger's eye. Okay, so I basically saw those stones as just gravitating towards me. Okay, I didn't like all of the pinks. I didn't like all of the greens and all that stuff, because there's other more powerful stones than that. But it's all pseudoscience to me. But let me tell you something here. Look what I found out. How to make a necklace knot. A necklace knot. And I'm going to show you something here, because when I got it, I was like, I'm very fascinated on how they interweave this together. But I can probably find it somewhere on how to make this one part. Just this part, not this necklace now here. I'm going to show you how to do a necklace to where you make 2 pretzel knots, and you can actually pull it to make it like really like tight upon your neck. It will be loose at first. But I'm gonna pause this, okay, and show you. First, I'm gonna take get a piece of metal or something that won't erode over your neck, because this right here won't erode. I paid a pretty penny for this, okay. You see how it's interwoven, okay. I don't know how to do that little stitching like that. I don't know how to do that. But this part is separate from this necklace part. But I'm gonna show you on this necklace part, you can actually create your own like so-called what do you call it? Yeah, I'm in shape. I'm athletic. That's what I want people to understand too. Most people don't know what an athletic person is to a thick person. They just don't. So just hear me out here before I get on with that. I just had an argument with someone saying you don't know what athletic is. Okay, athletic is usually when someone's at their right size and their right weight. Okay, I'm Mayweather, but my upper muscle, my protein is more on the bottom slightly, but I don't have a belly. Okay, you see, I don't have a belly. Okay, so I'm athletic. Okay, now if you got a pot belly, you're no longer athletic. You're not athletic. You're just a normal size. There is a normal size for people who are just out of shape. Okay, because I got my little pythons. Okay, and I told you I'm the same size as Mayweather. Okay, because I had dreams of training him in my dreams and stuff with his father and shit like that. So there you go. An athletic person. I'm gonna talk about athleticism and also the necklace, how to do that. Okay, real quick. This is under 10 minutes. If you're athletic, you're healthy. That means you're focused on your weight. You're going to have a six-pack. All right, that's athletic. All right, you don't have any fat. I don't have fat. Okay? I don't have bone either. Now, some people may look at this. No, and still my weight is proportionate to where my body is. Okay, that's athletic. You're in shape. You're toned. Okay. Now for men and women, it's different. But in overall, what I'm talking about is men. Okay, right now. So if you're athletic, you got my tone. Okay, I see some niggas out there and some crackers out there thinking that they're athletic. No, they're not athletic because they're out of shape. Okay, they don't have a six pack. They don't. When you look to the side, they don't have any rib cage or no muscle tones or anything. None of that stuff. They don't have none of that, right? So they're not athletic. Okay, but they're most likely overweight. Okay, so I say you are most likely more on the thicker overweight side, and that's normal. Okay, for most people. All right, so let's get that clear. So we got overweight. Normal unhealthy people, okay, and then athletic, then muscular, okay, there's people who are really big, who need to feel good about themselves in order to get all of the used pussy out there, right? So there you go, okay. So we got 4 things, okay. Most people are unhealthy, so they're normal. They're not athletic, nor they're probably on the thicker side, okay, but they're not overweight. Okay? If they're not overweight, you can see it, okay. You can see it in their belly, in their gut. Your gut tells everything. Now for females, it's thick and petite. Okay, now petite is, if a female is athletic, she'll have the same muscles. She'll have details and rib cages and stuff like that. You can see the rib cage. You can see the pecs a little bit. You know, she's athletic. She could be athletic. A female can be athletic, but if she's petite, she don't have these things. She's the smooth. She's toned. She's thinner than a little bit thinner than an athletic person. Okay, look at the weight chart if you are get confused about it, because most people don't look at weight charts. They just think they're fucking athletic, and I'm like, you're not athletic, dog. Okay, but anyway, you already know what an obese person and a thick person, is, and also an overweight person is, because there's people who are thick and thinking that they're athletic and they're not. Okay, so they'll put down somewhere, I'm athletic, and they're not athletic. Okay, all right, so let's go on with this right here now. A pretzel knot is usually like this, okay? You take one end of it, okay, hold on. I'm not gonna actually do all of it, but it's just real quick. I'm just gonna show you. And I was like, yo, I didn't believe this shit. I said, how did they make this and shit? And it's like, I can pull on it and then stretch it. When you stretch it, it gets smaller. The neck part gets smaller. So you just gotta wiggle it and eventually it'll get tight. But then when I found out that I could hold on, let me show you something here. Be patient with me. Okay, I'm not going to waste any. This is going to be less than 2 minutes. I'll give you the description, okay? Okay, I'm going to unscrew it here. The size for the wire or the necklace that you're kind of trying to use must be at least about 24 to 25 inches, just to be safe, unless you got a huge head, okay, like I do, okay? But other than that, 25 inches. See? 25 inches. You take one end, okay, and you tie it here in the pretzel formation, you know, like a loop, so we can slide it up and down, okay? You know, you will notice that one end of the part, so I'm gonna pause it right here, and I'm gonna show you, okay? Let me see, I'm gonna pause it, okay? And so here, I continued it now. So as you can see here, this side is tied to here. It's a pretzel, okay? You know how you can loop it, okay? And you can pull it. See, notice, and then you take the other end and this tied on the other side. Okay, that's it. You know, see, and then if you're stretching it, you see. But make sure before you do that, make sure you put your necklace in there. You know, loop it in there and stuff, and then tie it on both sides. And then I was like, yo, okay. You can make sure you put crazy glue. No, don't put crazy glue, but make sure you put this tight enough to where it won't get loose. Okay, you may need to clip this down. Or something, you know, this part right here. This is a pretzel knot, which makes it like you can pull in and out the extension of the necklace. And this is important because you don't want this to get loose as you're moving around. This type of necklace is a metal elastic. It's not elastic. It doesn't stretch. You don't want to get anything that stretches too much, okay? As you can see, right? And as I said before, if you want to know what a skinny is or anorexic individual is, I am not an anorexic person, okay? But people call me a crackhead. I'm like, dude, I'm not a crackhead. I'm Bruce Lee, man. Did you see the difference between these individuals? You don't know the difference. But understand, that's all you. If you pull it, you're gonna get that loop on the top, okay? See, okay? And that's all I wanted to say, y'all guys. So now you know the difference between what an athletic person is, what a skinny person is, what a thick person is. You see, you pull it and it gets smaller. Okay, if you pull it together, it gets more open. Okay, as a matter of fact, it gets smaller when the two knots come together. It gets smaller. Okay, So if you pull the knots together, the two pretzels together, it gets smaller. See, look at that. Isn't that cool? Peace. You're welcome, motherfuckers. Peace.